At just 20 years old, the music world watched D4vd rise like a meteor. His haunting lyrics, emotionally raw performances, and genre-bending tracks made him a voice for Gen Z's broken hearts. But now that voice is shrouded in controversy. Because recently, rumors have surfaced. Rumors so shocking, so disturbing, they threaten to destroy everything he built. This is not just a story about music. This is about pain, about love, about betrayal, and maybe murder. In this video, we're unraveling the full story of how D4vd went from breakout star to a name whispered with suspicion. What really happened with his girlfriend? What evidence is there? Why are fans divided? And what does this say about fame in the age of TikTok? Buckle up. Before the fame, before the whispers of tragedy, there was David Burke. Born in 2005 in Houston, Texas, D4vd wasn't supposed to be a pop star. He grew up quiet, introverted, a kid who loved anime, YouTubes, and video games more than parties or clubs. He was different, and that difference became his superpower. He recorded his breakout single, Romantic Homicide, in his sister's closet. No fancy studio. No big label backing. Just pain, melody, and raw honesty. The song exploded on TikTok, racking up millions of views. Suddenly, D4vd was everywhere. But fame doesn't change you. It reveals you. With hits like Here With Me, D4vd became a genreless star. Emo, indie, alt-rock, R&B, he did it all. Signed to Darkroom/Interscope, the same label behind Billie Eilish, he was suddenly sharing stages with stars, performing at sold-out shows, touring the world. And somewhere along that rise, he met her. The girl who would change his life. Some say for the better. Others say for the worst. Not much is known about D4vd's girlfriend. Her name hasn't been confirmed, and most of her digital presence has vanished. But fans piece together fragments. Instagram stories, backstage glimpses, blurry TikTok clips. She was stunning, quiet, always in the background. But then, she was gone. And that's when the rumors began. In late 2024, a cryptic Reddit thread appeared, "Something's off about D4vd." The post detailed alleged DMS, unverified voice messages, and vague references to an altercation. At first, it was dismissed. Just trolls being trolls. But then came the tweets, deleted messages, a private TikTok video where a girl, anonymous but with features resembling D4vd's ex, claimed, "He didn't mean to hurt me." It was quickly taken down, but the internet never forgets. Soon, influencers began dissecting every lyric, every tweet, every interaction. Fans noticed that D4vd stopped performing Romantic Homicide. Interviews dried up. Public sightings became rare. And then, the police report leaked. According to unconfirmed reports obtained by online sleuths, emergency services responded to a domestic disturbance call at a Los Angeles Airbnb in March 2025. A young woman was found unconscious, bruised, non-responsive, and rushed to the hospital. D4vd's name wasn't in the report. But the address? It was the same one fans saw on his tour vlogs. Coincidence? Or cover-up? TikTok went into meltdown. Hashtags like #D4vd is over and hashtag justice for her name trended for days. But others defended him, citing lack of evidence. It became a cultural war, believe the victim versus innocent until proven guilty. Old interviews were reanalyzed. Lyrics now sounded darker. His hit Placebo Effect was dissected line by line for hidden meaning. Was it just art? Or a confession? For weeks, D4vd said nothing. No statement, no denial, no apology. Just silence. His label removed press photos. Merch was quietly pulled. Upcoming shows? Cancelled. Fans grew more anxious. Where was he? Finally, a cryptic Instagram post. A black square. Caption: "Some truths you never unhear." Then he vanished again. Let's be clear. As of now, no formal charges have been filed. No official statement from police. No court case. Just rumors, shadows, and questions. But the silence. The erasure. The vanishing act. Speaks volumes. And the girl? She's reportedly alive, but in hiding. Some say she left the country. Others claim NDAs were signed. We may never know the full truth. But one thing is certain. D4vd's world has changed forever. Streaming numbers dropped. Collaborators distanced themselves. Interviewers refused to ask about the incident, afraid of getting cancelled. D4vd, the once rising star, became a ghost in his own story. And yet, some fans stayed, hoping, praying, waiting for answers. This isn't just about D4vd. This is about fame, about the dark side of virality. When a 17-year-old kid becomes famous overnight, what support systems exist? What happens when young artists, filled with trauma and unprocessed emotions, are handed the world? And what happens when that world collapses? Can D4d come back from this? Some say yes, if charges are never filed, if he seeks help, if he speaks. Others say no. The trust is broken. The tragedy is too great. Maybe the real tragedy isn't just what happened between him and her. At 20, D4vd was supposed to be at the peak of his career. Instead, he's become a cautionary tale of silence, of stardom, of shadows. Whatever the truth is, this much is clear. The tragedy of D4d is beyond heartbreaking.